What's up everybody, Chad here for yet another video on the Tacoma, and this time, as promised, I'm going to be going over the rock sliders from RCI that I did recently just get installed on the Tacoma. So, apologize for the lighting, did get home a little bit later from work this evening, and I just had to start recording this because there's no time to delay. I wanted to get into this, so we will be using a little bit of a backlight here for the GoPro. Without further ado, these are the exact same rock sliders that Bandit has on his Tacoma currently. However, these are the ones that RCI manufactures for the double cab long bed, which obviously that is what I have, a double cab long bed. And the difference is obviously they're going to be longer, and they come with a few different little connections throughout the rock sliders themselves. So now getting underneath the truck, we're just going to look right at that. So you can see it is a little bit dirty under here, but that's okay. Haven't really had time to go through and wash the truck recently. Some of you may be asking, and will be asking in the comments below, but I'm gonna go ahead and go over it briefly for you all. I did go ahead and actually coat these up with this is going to be farm grade tractor enamel. So this is the stuff that people do often put on their tractors, obviously from the name as that implies, and it's a very, very durable type of paint. It doesn't require the use of any primers or any sort of base coating to have it attach. You just kind of clean up the steel that it does get applied to and then start painting it on. So the reason that I did go with this tractor enamel is because it is historically something that can withstand a lot more of a beating than typical spray paint if you do decide to rattle can it, or however you may decide to paint it. Of course, powder coating is an option that a lot of people do go with for the rock sliders, and it is of course something that is durable, but for the cost effectiveness, because they're already expensive enough sliders, I did decide to go with this tractor enamel. And after Bandit and I were talking for a little while, I decided to put 2 coats each on both of the sliders to give it some more strength and rigidity with having 2 coats on there as opposed to just having 1. So that was a fairly easy process, and here in a moment we'll go inside and I will show you exactly what that can does look like. But another nice thing about the tractor enamel is that if it does chip or come off in any sort of way, it is just as easy as taking the rattle can and then just going back over it, applying, and it's, you know, going to be a fairly simple process there. But there is something that had sparked wanting in, kind of needing some rock sliders in a way, and let's see if we can get the camera in here. This is damage area 1 of 2. You can kind of see that right in here. So got some rocker panel damage actually when I went up to Big Dogs in Gore, Virginia, right outside of my hometown of Winchester, Virginia. So got that nice little spot that kissed that part of the rocker panel, and then going back over to the driver's side is an area that got a little bit more damage than that. So you can actually see it pretty well right here. This is right below the middle where the driver door and the rear driver passenger door do meet. So actually one thing that a lot of people were wondering is, are you still going to be able to open the door? So you can see that the rocker panel actually got pushed up just a little bit there in the crease, but I have no problems there. I'm still able to open the front door, and whoops, it would help to unlock this rear door now, wouldn't it? So you're still able to open it. None of the parts do touch, thankfully. That was the main concern that I had when this damage did occur. And actually, if we go underneath, here I go back under to show you all. So this area has obviously gotten the brunt of it right there where the pinch weld is. Now there will be a video coming in the future of things that you can do to prevent some of the rust intrusion, which obviously you can see there is a little bit there, but it's nothing to worry about. It is just surface rust. It hasn't been there near long enough to do any permanent damage to the truck, body, doors, anything. So those two areas right there are what really sparked me wanting to put these on there. Now, yes, of course, I should have put those rock sliders on there prior to, and you know, that's just the name of the game. It's part of wheeling and going out there. You know that you're probably going to have some sort of damage, and having this type of armor is what can prevent permanent damage happening to the body of the vehicle, because ultimately all of these things that we've added to the truck are just add-ons. They don't really add any value to the truck itself if it were to be ever resold. But then again, I digress. The point is, now they are on the truck for future wheeling, and it will protect. So I really do like the fit and finish of these steel rock sliders from RCI. Of course, you all know I've gone over RCI plenty of times before with their different products that I have on my truck, and they sure helped me out with this one and getting these out to me in a timely manner to get bolted up to the truck. Super easy process, still the same exact connections, plus a few, since it is a longer frame compared to the access cab that Bandit has on his truck, obviously. Super happy with the fit and finish, and they do support the weight of the truck on top of them. I'm super happy with how it all turned out, and it really wasn't a difficult process. It was me and another guy that helped me install them, and it took a couple hours, but luckily I had already done this once with Bandit on his truck, and doing it again on mine was super easy. I did pay extra for the tread plate. That was something that RCI obviously adds and welds on top, and I did that so you can have a little bit more traction when you step on top of it. Obviously, it's not 100% necessary that you have it. However, it makes it easy to, you know, step on. You don't have the pass through there, so if you do have somebody that's riding with you that was a spotter from one location to another, it's easy to step on, and it's no worries. One nice thing I do like about RCI's rock sliders is, as you can see, coming up here towards the driver, or the passenger front door rather, and you come back, you can see everything is very flush. And then obviously, as you get towards the back of the cab, you have your kick out that starts to quite literally kick out. Purpose for that is if any trees or branches are coming up out of the ground, they're gonna ride along this line. They won't touch any of the truck, especially the cab, mainly the windows, and then it pushes it out, and then it'll eventually hit back here, but you'd rather have the branch rub up against this part as opposed to possibly shattering the glass on your Tacoma. So the stuff that I did end up using to coat up these sliders is the Magic brand, and this did come from my local Tractor Supply. I'm sure that y'all would be able to find this as well if this is the route that you decided to go. But this, as you can see, is tractor, truck, and implement spray. Excellent adhesion, rust, and weather-resistant heavy-duty formula. Color of cap matches contents, and the particular color of this is actually, as it says on here, MF gray. The MF stands for Massey Ferguson, which obviously was a tractor manufacturer back in the day, and this was one of the colors, and I decided to go a little bit different, a little bit of a departure from the standard black color that a lot of people do decide to use for their rock sliders. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna try this out. Kind of matches some of the color scheming in the wheels that are on the truck, and it just kind of stands out, makes things a little bit differently. Obviously you can do whichever you would like, and the nice thing is, if you really want to stand out, and say you have a blue or a red Tacoma, you can get obviously any color that you would like to in the tractor enamel and have that applied to your truck. It's super easy, and I did use 4 cans of this total to do the double cab long bed. rock sliders, and so it only took me 4 of them. I did buy 6 just so I knew I had some extra, and if it did take more than 6 and I decided to do more than just the 2 coats each for the sliders, I could do more, and obviously I wanted to buy some extra so I could have some touch up in the future because they will inevitably get marked up. So to summarize what I did already go over, I bought the RCI rock sliders, put them on my double cab Tacoma after coating them up with the Massey Ferguson gray tractor enamel, and I'm super happy that I did do it because it was an easy process and connecting them up to the truck really wasn't all that difficult. Now if it were just me, that would be a whole different story, but between having a jack and maybe some other stationary jacks that you can set on each side so you don't have to worry about balancing and teeter-tottering it underneath your truck, because they are heavy. I believe for my truck they're about 130 pounds each, so you're adding quite a bit of weight to the truck, 2 big substantial pieces of steel that you're adding to each side of the truck. But ultimately, it is quite literally worth the weight, and putting it on your truck and having it be supported and protected when you do possibly come down on rocks or anything that is out there on the trail. It's just a bit of insurance that you can purchase. I will leave a link down in the description below for you all to go to RCI's website and check out all the products that they do have. Specifically, this link will go to the rock sliders if you do want to add them up to your Tacoma. And of course, they make products for all kinds of vehicles. It's not just Toyotas either. They'll make stuff for the new Jeeps, all of the newer Ford trucks, I believe they will do stuff for. They also have universal bed racks now that you can put on any of your truck beds. So whether that's for a Tacoma and you want to use their universal one, or their actually like standard Tacoma one that they make that will just connect right up to your bed rails, as I had done for mine. And obviously they have skid plates and a lot of other products now. So thank you all very much for watching, and if you do have any questions, please do leave those in the comments below. Consider giving us a like and subscribing to the channel because of course there's more content coming out all the time. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.